It is not looking too well for the European servers for Wizard101, and we're just gonna jump right into it. And so everybody's been telling me, like, yo, what's happening with like the Wizard101 Europe? You guys wanted to keep, or you guys wanted to stay updated on that. Apparently, they've been wanting some really bizarre types of promotions. We're just gonna go over it and I'll just show you guys. But basically, lately, I'll move my big face. But basically, at Moplex, they tweeted that basically they're doing these weird promotions and it's kind of awkward. But they're making some of these mounts and bundles available for crowns. If you guys don't know, some of these were available in the US side of Wizard101. It first started off with the Night bundle, which was like the $700 mount and that whole fiasco. But basically they're selling basically all the scooter mounts in a bundle with its gear and stuff like that. And so they're selling that with crowns now. These were basically for $100 around that in the US. Now, not only that, but they have also began starting making a like 1 crown type of sale. So we got the additional character slot elixir and the level 50 elixir for 1 crown only. I'm not making that up. That's on the European servers. Apparently, it's for 1 crown. I have no idea what is going on. It's crazy. It's really crazy to think. I mean, honestly, I would love a level 50 elixir and an additional character slot elixir for 1 crown, but obviously that will never happen in a million light years. But that is crazy to think of. I don't know. It's just I'm kind of speechless. And when I heard this news, I was kind of like wrapping it up. I was like, what is happening? Right? It's just insane that this is happening to the European servers. But I don't know. It's just really hard to think about. But we're going to discuss it and see what is going on. I'll move my face back up in the corner. But basically, if you guys don't know, MGI obviously has bought out, you know, King ISIL, however you pronounce it. I'm trying. But KI was bought out by MGI. You know, MGI is trying to internationalize the game. However, you have this Gameforge company that also runs a European side of Wizard101, and we talked about that. Some of you guys didn't even know about a European server in general. And so I only knew about a European server around like 2 years ago, maybe? Yeah, around like 2 years ago, I kind of knew there was an existence of that. But there was also eventually some Asian servers as well, like a Chinese server, Wizard101 as well. And so we kind of go into this thing with some of the regional servers and some of the stuff that happens with them. I think the Chinese server actually shut down, I believe. And, you know, it is hard with cross-regional stuff. I'm sure there's plenty of policies and laws to abide and a bunch of paperwork, obviously. But with Gameforge going on, this is probably, I think, one of the remaining last regional servers, at least I know of, right? And so, you know, people do play there, and so there's this dilemma, right? And we talked about character transfers and stuff like that. There's a dilemma with that. I know there's always a dilemma with these types of situations. And so we talked about previously throughout the month, we talked about how, what if there was a cross-regional type of character transfer. So if they are trying to shut down the Gameforge European servers, maybe those players could basically transfer their characters over to the US side, to keep their stuff and stuff like that, and they can make basically a Wizard101 USA transfer, US transfer basically, Now here's a dilemma. A lot of people, or at least some people I saw on my feed, they were mentioning that basically if this does happen, that might devalue the exclusivity it might kind of devalue some of the exclusivity with some of the crown shop items. So for example, we saw that the night rewards, those were in the bundles, and we saw the additional character slot and the level 50 elixir for 1 crown and stuff like that. So if you transferred from a Europe server onto the US servers, you basically get like a cheap way of getting like a level 50 elixir for all your characters and an additional character slot. And so a lot of people were mentioning like, oh well, you know, that's not really fair for us US players because it kind of devalues the level 50 elixir, and it kind of devalues some of the other items that are kind of rare or really expensive, like those little scooter mounts and stuff like that. It kind of devalues the exclusivity, you know. And this isn't the only game that does this. A lot of video games do this, you know. I think it was the Pink Mercy skin. I actually have this skin, and this is from Overwatch. You know, they released this breast cancer awareness charity skin for the Mercy player, and it was really nice. It was a really nice skin. It was $15, so you had to spend $15 and you would get the skin, and all of the money funded would basically go to breast cancer awareness research, right? It was honestly a great thing. I actually was tempted. I was like, do I really want to spend like $15 on a skin? But I did, and I really felt good about myself. You know, it would give you a little incentive to, you know, donate to charities and stuff like that, I guess. However, some of the Overwatch players were saying like, oh, they should make this skin come back, but then you have other Overwatch players on the other side saying like, no, that would lose its exclusivity value, that would lose its rarity, you know? So, you know, it's kind of, if you think about it, it's kind of like Pokemon card. You get a super rare Pokemon card, but then like it's released worldwide and 500,000 people have it, so it kind of loses its rarity of some sort, you know? I don't know, it's crazy because for me personally, I'm not against the whole transfer. I think it would be great if the European players on that server could actually transfer their characters on the US server, right? I have no beef with that. I don't care about exclusivity. I don't care if they get like a cheap level 50 elixir of some sort. I'm actually kind of happy that they would get that, but at the same time, it is scary losing a full-on account. We're talking about a full-on server shutdown for the European server, and just to think about it is really sad. Now, understandably, the European server isn't as filled up as the US server would be as, but there still are people that play on the European servers that, I don't know, I just can't imagine them just losing all of that, man. I don't know, like all of that data, all that progress. Now, understandably, they do get delayed with the updates and stuff like that, and apparently somebody in the comments also mentioned that they actually launched the Lemuria prequest to Caramel, and so, not Caramel, so maybe they released Caramel, something like that. Oh no, it was the Caramel prequest, my bad. But basically they might release Caramel and then they might just shut down the servers. Again, we really don't know what is happening with this. It's just scary to think about. I don't want anybody to lose their accounts, understandably. It's just, but I understand that people want items and stuff like that to be exclusive, and I guess to be fair. But for me personally, I think they should allow a cross-regional type of cross-save or transfer of a wizard. I don't know, just, I can't imagine losing Richard Unicorn Collar, is what I'm trying to say. Like, if I lost this character, I would be devastated. I probably just would not play this game anymore. I've spent so much money, I spent so much time and effort on this character that I would not want to just make a new account and just start over from scratch and lose everything, right? I don't know. I would honestly be heartbroken, honestly. So, it is hard to think about. But whatever happens, I'm taking with the kids. But I don't know. Whatever happens, I just hope that it just gets. I just hope it gets resorted or solved, you know. And like I said, MGI is trying to basically internationalize the European servers. So I will keep you guys updated if there is anything else news related for the European servers. Now, it's still a little too early to just say the game is going to shut down. Again, we just don't know what is happening to the European servers at all, and it is scary. It is very scary to think about. So I'll keep you guys updated on the European side of everything. It's just crazy stuff happening. Honestly, condolences to everybody on the European servers, honestly. Just like big condolences, because it is something scary. So, well, I'll just keep you guys updated. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later, and peace out. My name is Richard Unicorn Caller. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.